So hello there everyone, my name once again is Northern Princess. So today we find ourselves at York Station on Leeds line. So this is the latest section to be added, which is the York to Leeds section. Having arrived from Neville Hill half an hour ago and filled up on coffee, prepare your train for departure. ETS on in the rear, power car and await the train manager putting on his reservations, doing their safety checks. You'll be taking the train as far as Leeds. Cool, so let's turn the electronic train supply on. There we go, ETS now on. Let's go back to the front of the train. It's a bit of a rainy day. And that is a setup for departure. Checks and reservations all done, allow passengers to board. That was really strange. Okay. We don't know the road yet, so we just have to sit here for a little while longer. What are we waiting for? So yes, a little bit of modification made to this scenario. As you can see, this is the standard headlight on the Class 37, but this one has the Y-Packs. This is a mod made by Syncs. Not 100% perfect on the colour match there, but you know what reasons and that bothers me. I actually think it's a really, really cool mod. Got 37059, which is actually the cursed 37. More on that in a future video. But I absolutely love this, and it gives so much that we can do extra in scenarios. I'm actually going to that's quite a nice little screenshot. Unfortunately, I have a texture issue at the front of my Major Wales 170s. I need to figure out what's causing that. Probably just reinstall with the reskin fix it, but got our 91s coming in on Mark 4, which 91's on the back. We've got Get North 2018, I remember that. Great exhibition of the North. And it's the 91s, which is really quite cool. And we've got a 155 over here as well. So these are unique to this area. They're actually 153s. Or what the 153s were made of, should I say. Back in BR days, when these were first commissioned, they had an issue with the doors. And when they went in for refit, they realised we need single car units. So they just lobbed one of these in two and put a cab there. You can see, unfortunately, this isn't a pure 153 because you can see there's just a blacked out cab in this section. There you go, you see we just flew through the cab there. But it's actually really quite cool just to see these units within Train Simulator. So it'll probably be that 91 that we were being held for. Well, that's 66. And now we have the road. And away we go. I'm going to open my beverage for the journey. So you can see when depart Leeds. The speed limit does quite rapidly increase to 90. 90 is actually the fastest we get to go on this run. So you can see you've got the slidey doors on this. We've got the slidey door set. Actually, I remember 357 or what's the other one? 207. I think it was 207, this one here. Last time I visited my friend Melissa in Durham. I'm sitting at Durham Station, I hear a HST idling in the platform. So I hot-footed it to the platform to get on it, because I thought, you know, it's HST, I don't get not many of them around anymore. But it actually failed with an air fault in, well, with, quote, a massive air leak in one of the power cars. So that was, and it was this one actually on the slidey door set. So they patched it up and got it up to Craig and Tinney that night. I do love the HSTs. Phenomenal bits of kit. First Mark III set went for scrap, which actually makes me really, really sad. But it's the nature of the times, I guess. Victor 5-2, the 940, York 2. Plymouth service. It's a slightly unnecessary bit of AI, but okay. And where are those destinations? Just go full power at this point. Max speed 125. So yeah, the reason you can't read any of those, I do have a texture mod in, which increases the resolution of a lot of things and makes it a lot nicer. But it doesn't. Some of the assets in it don't like Railworks enhancers that I'm using at the moment. I'm using it to sort of slightly improve performance and just make the game a bit nicer. I've got to say, I love what Major Wales has done with the headlights. They're not quite 100% perfect, but I don't really think they were on the real thing. But you can make out quite clearly now the band that they put on when they did the headlight conversions on these. And you can also see really quite clearly smoothed circle out, which I really like. Oh, hello Voyager coming the way. Meow incoming. Meow. And 100's fast as we get up to. Sorry about that, I thought it was 90. Are we taking the 155? Cock and valve locations on the HST. Everyone likes a good cock to turn. Oh, wow. So there is a clag issue on my 185s at the moment, and again I think that's Railworks enhancer stuff. But I've really only used them a few times, so I'm not really all that bothered about it. I'm hoping to be creating some more scenarios over the coming weeks. I've got one in the works, which is going to be a Black 5 on the Polar Christmas Express. Again, I'm not sure when I'll release it. So I'm not sure. Do people want to play a Christmas like a rail tour that's specifically themed around Christmas in January or February? It'll be by the time it gets in. I don't know. Let me know. I'm also hoping to get back into live streaming more. If you don't know, I do live stream at twitch.tv/northernprincess. I'll link that all in the description. I've been doing some GTA 5 streams. Probably be doing, my next one will be on Friday now. Or a very late night stream on Thursday, depends how much caffeine I can get into me. Yeah, just in my head. I've just got Thunderstruck stuck in my head, which is one of the greatest rock songs of all time, but the best version of it I've heard actually is Thunderstruck on the bagpipes. Halton Junction, so this is where the line diverges towards Leeds and towards Doncaster. Oh no, I'm on the wrong bloody side of the train. Here comes the train. Here comes the train. Do-do-do-do. I just remember, look, yeah, I was just like, look over there, like, wait, what? Oh yeah, I've got confused. Speeding a little bit still, but not very much. In fact, if you look at the specific breakdown, we're doing 100.8 miles an hour, so technically we're in the good. So yeah, 20 minutes left to run on this. So there are some, this route is one of the premium pack ones. Are those wheels spinning the right way, or is that an illusion? Anyway, no. So this is one of the premium routes available on ATS. I do have a subscription. I do think the stuff that I've got off there is worth it to me. I'm not going to get into the politics of who's and what's, because it seems to be quite controversial. I personally don't object to it. But because, it means that devs who would otherwise not get paid for anything are getting a little bit of money, and you know what, if that means they can, let's say get 100 quid off a route, which isn't an implausible amount, that's a few DLCs paid for, that's, some research material for the next route you're going to build. It all depends on, so it's not mega bucks, but at the same time, it's getting a little bit of money for something you otherwise wouldn't have had any money for. So, yeah. I believe there's another. We're doing we're diverging with the line from Hull. So joining the line from Hull. And sorry, in Selby way. So I'm going to be. It's 0.8 of a mile. We've got to lose 30 miles an hour. So So I'll show you guys how I do the deceleration stuff. Ooh, that's interesting. Passenger model stuff has a door handle on it. One of Keaton's finest is coming the other way. Honestly, I actually really miss the 156s. Obviously we don't have any down here, and I went on one on the way home for Christmas, and the one I went out on was an ex-FSR one. It was actually still in Barbie livery, running with Northern, and it was clapped out as anything, but I actually just love the 156. I can't really say why, I just do. I think they're fairly unbeatable as far as trains go, and you can fight me on that one. Wave. Okay. Brake a bit harder now. Braking intensifies. Back under power. I'm sorry that my keyboard is so loud. I'm going to try and figure out a way to get a quieter keyboard. That's one of the things that I've noticed when I've been editing videos. Is it's just like, it sounds like my microphone in my keyboard, which it isn't, but yeah. $14 miles in 12 minutes, so we do actually keep this speed quite a while. Not much to be enough to sustain this power, especially if it's still up a hill. It'll be just about enough. Okay, maybe it is too much. Quite a nice little section of the route, this. Those, yeah, what I was looking at back there was those AWS ramps don't look quite right. I think they're the ones that for placement in tunnels, so they're naturally darkened and a bit dirtier. But I'd have to check with someone to be 100%. I do love those sorts of assets, like the cabling. The piping, sorry. What station is this that we're passing now? Micklefield. I'm trying to find a nice screenshot that I can get the name of the station into. Probably that would be the best angle. The old Serco Northern logo. Interesting use of two different types of assets there. I assume that brake has been put in intentionally. Not sure what that would be there though. That's the Transpennine route. That's the route up to Harrogate. Actually, that's the Dewsbury. That's the normal Transpennine route to take, and then that's the line down to York, so down to Doncaster. You can see we've got quite a bit of route in now. If this whole area gets populated, I'll be very happy. Castleford. Really cool. Enjoy this route. It's the route and the train I think are very synonymous in my opinion and fit very well. I've driven this the other way in an ex Midland Main Line HST on lease to East Coast. One of the scenarios that Judge went to build for a photograph that confirms its existence is running an HST with only one power car, because in GNER in 2004, I think, like sort of the middle of GNER's reign, they had a train diagrammed to run with one HST from Leeds up to with one power car, sorry, from Leeds up to Edinburgh, and then a second power car was added on at the back for the rest of the run up to Aberdeen. I think doing it on this route as well makes it a nice manageable length for just a little scenario for a quirk of history. That's what I quite like with my scenarios, is building something that's a little bit of a quirk of history. You know, it's just things that deserve to have a bit of a memory and something, you know, something quite cute doing train sim. And where's my GSMR? Emergency push button. Yeah, that train going the other way was on fire. There we go. Emergency announced. Probably should have my horn going after that one. Cab was so brightly lit that I felt like the cab light was on for a second. So we're not doing too badly at all now. No, really enjoying this run actually. Okay, now we're dropping down into Leeds. I'll point out something I always find quite amusing on the way in actually. Yeah, so we're getting quite a bit of stutter here. Oh god, another 185's on fire. Generally does look like it. I think it must be the clad coming off those, that's that dense. My PC just generally can't handle the concept of it. And actually, as soon as we get out of this stutter, I'm going to save. Brilliant. Save time. So now if we crash, we've got a reversion point. So yeah, here we have the beginning of the Leeds electrification, I suppose. Some 322s. Everyone I know considers those miserable, even people who like paces. Another hill depot. East mid-strands. Lunner. Inspection pits here, which I like. And you've got 153s, a 156 laid up on Neville Hill, 158, 322, a random Mark III, which is quite cool. You do sometimes find like a random Mark III left in the middle of the depot where the rest of the trains, or like in the depot where the rest of the trains off somewhere else. Cool. No, I like the fact as well that this is very much designed to be played from a perspective of this, sorry. So it looks right from that perspective, but if you start flying around it looks a bit weird. But the idea is it runs well, doesn't necessarily, you know, have the... it's more optimised towards running well as opposed to having everything in it. And I've got the descent through the tunnels. This is where the 800 versus 43 happened. 43-300 came to grief. Being violently assaulted by an 800. I'm going to shoot gas in the air, I find quite entertaining. That's down here. Looks like we've got the road straight in. So, this bus right here, and what adverts on it? I forgot to look at that. Oh, just some generic adverts. Oh, an HS Northeast, so yeah, that's quite good. Anyway, the reason I like it, and I find it quite humorous, is 308 bus to Blythe. A little bit of background on me. I grew up in the Northeast and lived in Blythe for a few months. I caught this bus on the way home from work. That exact bus, I've been on it. Well, not that exact bus service, I should say. I don't keep a track of bus fleet numbers. That's quite a nice little screenshot. I'm going to hide that from it. For some reason, the stick that the traffic light's on hasn't loaded. Anyway, I like it. It's not in the right location by any stretch of the imagination, but it's just 308 bus. It's a very high res. Like the individual nuts are picked out at quite a high degree of fidelity. Yet, like, I don't know, the front you can barely read the fleet number. I'm not a bus spotter. It's just. But yeah, that is one of my... This section is actually one of my gripes, that bridge there. That could be sorted out to look a bit better. You know, if you relay the road slightly or something, then it would look better. But, yeah. It's not something you can... Same here. It's not something you can strictly speaking see from the cab, but it's just something that, you know, it's a bit of polish, really. I believe I'm being relieved in Leeds, so... it'll be all good from there. Love the sound these things make. Sound. I'm hopefully going to be doing a route loading video on this route as well. Probably use it using the 170 or something, since these run in the area. Or those run in the area, sorry. You got the 156 and 158 in. Nice. Didn't realise 156 came down here very much, unless it's doing a Leeds to... again. Probably in the initial build that would have been fine because you wouldn't have seen it, but that's quite a jarring thing to see. You can, that's... could do with a bit of polish. And just be a bit more tidied up. In the initial build where you didn't really... actually no, you did go north of Leeds Station. Or east of Leeds Station. So yeah, that's something that I've just seen there that could be sorted. But no, like, for me, I do my best to give constructive feedback, so, things that I've pointed points out, which, yeah, they're all matters of polish, but it's just one of those things. What adds to the, look at this scene now, what makes this immersive? It makes that everything looks about right. Like, I've never been to Leeds Station, but everything in it looks vaguely right. Yeah, I should probably stop here. I was going to roll to the end, which is the spot I imagined. That's good. So even though the platform marker ends further back, the actual platform itself is here. You can just about make out, if you're careful, you can see this. Oh, interesting, it's not in on this route. Some routes have like a little lattice underneath the platform, and you can see that's where the platform markers have been laid, and it's like a visual lattice. But yeah. Well done, you've completed this scenario successfully. Well guys, that's going to do it for today's video. If you did like the video, hit that like button, subscribe to see more from me, on a hopefully more regular basis, and we shall see you in the next one. Bye for now.